the Red Bee
in Tustin, California.
And we're teaching a couple of classes, so why don't you come on inside?
Go inside.
Okay, we had a couple of viewers who were asking how to get started.
Yeah, what do I need to get started in scrapbooking? So let's walk around the store.
Yeah, we're going to show you what our favorite things are and what we think are just the very basics.
Yeah, I think paper trimmer is where we should start.
Okay, let's start. Okay, so here's the trimmers. And these...
Yeah, these are nice.
Yeah. This one, and notice we pull
this
all
is
of
what
this
you have,
one.
right?
This one's the one that I have, but for your beginning scrapper, I think this is functional.
Yeah.
It'll do everything that they need.
It's portable, it's easy to do, you can change the blades, it's easy, no pressing. I think it's a good one.
Yeah, and it's fairly inexpensive. I think it's $20, $19.99 for that one.
Yeah. I think I started off with one just like this.
Me too.
So I think that's a good starting one. I also like the guillotine ones too.
But yeah, here's a guillotine.
This is for those who really like that clean, straight, right in.
Yeah, you prefer this type of a trimmer.
I always like guillotine trimmers because you can do multiple sheets. You can do a lot more than you can through the sliding one.
Yeah.
It's just a really clean cut that you can't get with dragging across. But these are great too.
Yeah. The rotary trimmer, actually, it's similar. I think that is the cleanest line. This would be second, and then this would be third.
Okay.
But this one you press down on the blade and it turns, so it's similar to the guillotine.
Yeah.
But this is definitely higher end.
Yeah, it's like $40.
Yeah, about $40 some odd dollars.
So yeah, so this is a good starting one. Not too expensive, portable, easy to use.
Yeah. Next would be scissors.
Scissors.
Yep. There's a lot to choose from. These are very common. A lot of people have these long-handled Fiskars, inexpensive. But if you're going to do any detail cutting, and even beginning scrappers will want to do a little bit of detail cutting, the smaller scissors are going to be a little bit better. These are my favorite. They're again higher end.
Higher end.
But they have the nice big handle, and so these are my absolute favorite pair. Other than that, let's look at some adhesive.
Adhesive, yeah. Okay, now my favorite is adhesive. I love adhesive.
Me too.
I love adhesive. So, tape runners. Let's look at tape runners.
Okay, this one is my absolute favorite. It is just really super strong with the way that I use cardboard and denim and lace and all of that stuff. It is the best adhesive for me because nothing falls off of my pages ever. And I used to have that issue with some of the others that I've used.
I like this one here. I like a lot of different adhesives. I've used this one. I use that one every day. I also like the Kikuyo dot and roller, and I like it because it's funny, but it's so different. I like to be able to move things after because for some reason I glue it down or I adhere it down. Like, I
should have put it there.
How about liquid glues?
Liquid glues.
Of course, they don't have it, but I love the designer dries clear.
They have it here, but it's with the glitters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Zip dry is really good. It does have a really strong scent.
Oh,
and you're not supposed to use it in an area that's not.
Does it have that feeling of like the glue sticks?
No, it's thick. It does dry really quickly, but it does stretchy. Yeah. But it's a really, really good adhesive.
That's really good. Okay, so
another one that I use is Beacon Fabric Tech, again, because of all the fabric stuff that I use. And it will adhere stuff even if it's still wet.
Right. But if you're a brand new scrapbooker, you need a tape runner, glue dots, and the standard liquid glue. So like the designer's dries clear. This is also good, the Tombow. Have you tried this?
Yeah, I have tried.
Woohoo! Shh, don't tell them. The Tombow is good, right?
Yes, that's a really good one.
Okay, here we go.
We are now at the cardstock. As you can see, there are a ton of colors.
Right.
But it is, I think, one of the most basic things that you'll need for scrapbooking is plain cardstock.
Stacks of white 12 by 12 and stacks of black 12 by 12.
I use craft a
lot.
lot.
You got me stuck on craft. I love craft, but I think I use craft more than I do any cardstock now.
Or an ivory. Craft or an ivory is what I use, but I love white and I love black. So those are my basics, but whatever's your favorite, whatever your family wears a lot. Like some people, they just like the whole family just wears kind of darker colors, or they wear lighter colors.
Right.
You know? So just whatever is going to match your photos is. And you lay it know, there's so many embellishments.
Oh yeah, well just look
People
at this
can
aisle.
you can get overwhelmed. As you can see, and this is just one row, so don't get, like you said, overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I think a great tip when you're first starting is to take the pictures that you want to scrapbook to the scrapbook store and get only what you need to go with those pictures. Otherwise, you start picking everything and it gets really expensive.
And this
really
store
quick.
has tons of stuff. It's fabulous.
Yeah. They've got it all separated out by theme, and they've got, in each of the themes, they've got the stickers, and they've got the ribbons, and they've got the buttons, and everything that goes with each of the different themes. Here we go.
Albums.
Albums. There are so many kinds of albums.
Lots of them.
The basic, I think, most people start with 12 by 12.
Right.
And Pioneer has been doing scrapbook albums since forever.
Yeah.
And this is just the basic fabric covered, and it's got the drop-in.
Yeah, that you definitely want to get the drop-in page. Don't get the kind that has the magnetic, because those are,
it will ruin your photos.
It'll ruin your photos. Even I think even if they're acid-free, over time, just that
adhesive on it.
I think is not so good. Yeah. So yeah, Pioneer, you know, also good is Color Box. The Perfect Scrapbook. It is a nice basic album. This is a 12 by 12 postbound. There are also, if you don't like postbound, there's also the 3-ring, the D-ring. And you know what? I actually use, I have both. I have the 3-ring and the postbound. I love the 3-ring because you can add pages and move things around really easily. Yeah.
And this was a really fun thing that Pebbles Ink came out with, where it's got
a mixture,
some that are like 4 by 6, and then it's got some pages that'll be 12 by 12.
I love that idea.
And so you can add in the extra papers that you haven't scrapbooked that you want to have near the page that you did scrapbook.
That's good. And what I like about that is, like, so you have the 12 by 12 scrapbook page, but then you have extra photos.
Yes.
Right?
Just mix it in.
Just throw it in. I love that. Okay. So that's 12 by 12. Now, one of my tips for people who are just starting out scrapbooking, you know, scrapbooking at 12 by 12 can be intimidating. It's a lot of real estate to cover. And starting with like an 8 by 8 or 8.5 by 11, I think might be a good place if you feel like you don't know how to fill the page. So you might want to get something like this little 8 by 8 or do you have an 8.5 by 11? Here.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. There we go.
Here's an 8.5.
Ooh, there we go. So that's another one. If you're just starting out, you could just start with a little album. But what's good about the little albums too is, you know, it's easier to fill up, and once it's filled up, you know, you kind of have that sense of accomplishment.
Yeah,
and it's own little thing. So. Okay, for new scrapbookers, I think it's important to have some sort of inspiration.
Yes.
And a place where you can get ideas. Of course, you can find lots of ideas online. Like scrapbooksetcetera.com has tons of information.
Galleries, and they even theme, like if you want to do a search for a certain type of layout, you can do a search at the BHG galleries.
Yep, and then there's magazines, of course.
Yes.
So these are different magazines. You can Scrapbook Etc. Of course,
they have an amazing book called Let's Start Scrapbooking.
Yeah, Let's Start Scrapbooking.
Seriously, it's not just for beginner scrapbookers. I mean, it's a great start for beginners. But when I was flipping through, I was like, oh, I never learned how to do that.
Yeah, how did they do that?
Yeah, so there's actually some really good ideas in there that are easy enough for beginners, but more than just for beginners.
Okay, and other idea books?
Yeah, idea books, of course. That's the best one ever.
Okay, this was a setup. That was a setup.
But there are others.
Oh, I haven't seen this.
This is really cute.
The Me book?
The Me book, designing with paper.
This looks like fun.
So there's some really neat ideas that you can get. Okay, so we are in the knitting lounge at the Red Bee.
Knitting lounge, yeah. Thanks, Red Bee, for letting us
Yeah.
take here and teach classes here.
Yeah.
So
do you want to do a recap?
Let's do a recap of what new scrapbookers should get.
Yes. Okay, so first we started with the trimmers.
Paper trimmer.
Scissors.
Scissors.
Adhesive.
Okay, tape runner, liquid glue, and glue dots.
Yeah. And then we looked at cardstock.
Right.
And then embellishments.
Buy what you
need. And then inspiration.
Inspiration.
Very important.
And
but you can get a lot of that here.
Yes.
And then
albums. And that's it. I think that's a good starting point.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thanks for the idea from our viewers.
Yes.
And I think we're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks. Bye.